Hello students, welcome to class 10 science. We are doing the chapter acid, bases and salts, and under this chapter we were discussing the chemical properties of acids and bases. Today we will discuss reaction between an acid and a base. Come, let us start. What happens when an acid reacts with a base? Let us see an activity to understand the reaction. We take a test tube and to it we add about 2 milliliter of dilute NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide solution, which is a base. This we add 2 drops of phenolphthalein solution. Now observe the color of the solution. We see the color becomes pink. You may recall base turns pink when phenolphthalein is added to it, while in acid it remains colorless. Now add dilute hydrochloric acid solution to this pink colored solution drop by drop and observe if there is any color change in the reaction mixture. We notice that the mixture, which was previously pink in color, again becomes colorless on addition of this acid. Now what does this indicate? It indicates that base is neutralized by an acid. Is acid also neutralized by a base? Let us find out. For this, we add a few drops of sodium hydroxide to the above mixture. Now we see pink color reappears. Now, what do you think? Why this has happened? It means that the effect of a base is neutralized or nullified by an acid, and the effect of an acid is neutralized by a base. The reaction taking place is called a neutralization reaction, and it can be written as shown here. So in this example, we had taken sodium hydroxide base and hydrochloric acid as the acid. And what was the result? The result was formation of sodium chloride, which is a salt, and water. Thus, in general, we can say a neutralization reaction takes place when an acid reacts with a base or vice versa. And it can be written as base plus acid gives salt and water. One more example is here where we can react hydrochloric acid with calcium hydroxide and we get calcium chloride, which is a salt, and water. So does it mean that when an alkali reacts with an acid, we get salt and water? Yes, it does. Whichever acid and whichever alkali it is, we get salt and water. And the salt that is formed depends upon the alkali or the base and the acid that are reacting. At the same time, heat is also released. That means such reactions are exothermic reactions. Here are some more examples of neutralization reaction. You can see the reactants and the product side. We can see several neutralization reaction occurring in our daily life, and the best example is that of acidity, which we often suffer from due to overactivity of acid in stomach, that is hydrochloric acid. And you must have noticed whenever we suffer from acidity, we take some basic substance like say milk of magnesia, or you might have heard of Eno. So what are all these things? These are nothing but these are basic substances or alkalis which neutralize the acid that is produced in the stomach. Another example is the treatment of ant bite. When an ant bites, it injects an acidic liquid, that is formic acid, into the skin, and it is very, very painful. Now this effect can be neutralized by rubbing moist baking soda or calamine solution or even lime, that is tuna, present at home to neutralize the effect of formic acid. Neutralization reaction also works to prevent tooth decay. When we eat food, then the decaying food particles present between the teeth and the corners, they produce different types of acids which cause tooth decay. So we use toothpaste which actually contain basic components, and this neutralizes the effect of acid, and hence our tooth decay is stopped. Soil often gets affected due to excessive use of fertilizers which generally make the soil acidic. So what happens? Soil becomes acidic and plants do not grow well. So at the same time, sometimes soil becomes too much basic also. So whether it is too much acidic or basic, in both the cases soil becomes unfit for growing crops. So here also neutralization reaction helps. In case soil becomes too much acidic, it is treated with bases like quicklime, and we can also use calcium hydroxide, and if it becomes basic, then we can add organic matter to it so that they release acid which neutralize the basic nature of soil. I hope you have understood what happens when an acid reacts with a base or vice versa. Now here is a small practice session. Here are some questions related to neutralization reaction. You try to solve all the questions. I'm sure you all can do it. Till I come up with my next video, enjoy learning.